Jackson, New Jersey is known for its vibrant schools and engaged families, but its educational landscape is going under some significant changes. Today we're covering the proposed school closures and redistricting that's going to be going on in Jackson School District. But before we get started, if it's your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. On the Live in Central Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you want to be the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get this video started. As we mentioned in the introduction, Jackson School District is going under some restructuring and they might even be closing one of their current schools. They've already sold off one previously. We'll get to that a little bit later in the video, but that's the kind of stress they're under right now. The reason being, they're in some debt. A quote directly from the superintendent states that after 7 years of state budget cuts, we find ourselves facing a projected $13 million deficit. So it's kind of hard to believe that a $13 million deficit is going to be coming from a school district, but how are schools really funded? Let's just say there's two main reasons. There are two main ways. You have property taxes and then you have state aid. So property taxes, pretty self-explanatory. When you buy a home in a township, a portion of your property tax is going to go towards the school district. And at least here in New Jersey, a large portion of it is pretty much takes place. I would say upwards of most townships around here in the Central Jersey area, you're looking at 75%, maybe even higher than that, go towards your school districts. So a pretty hefty chunk of that. And being in New Jersey, we do have the highest property taxes per state. I don't know if this is still correct for 2025, but that's how it was at least last year. The other one, through state aid, you're going to have three different ones. You're going to have equalization aid, categorical aid, and grants. This is going to make up the difference between that. So roughly about property taxes will probably be about 60 to maybe 70% of the school's budget, and the other 30 to 40% will come through the state aid. But you might be asking yourself, how does a school district get $13 million in debt? It's obviously quite a hefty sum. Well, three main reasons for Jackson, at least. The first one's going to be a reduction in state aid. So the formula that the state uses is basically over the last 7 years reduced their revenues by millions of dollars, which obviously is quite a big impact, right? The second part of that's going to be a declining student population for the public schools. That's also going to be part of the formula, so it kind of goes hand in hand a little bit right there. So Jackson has experienced about an 18% decline, so almost 1/5 of their student population over the last decade. So quite a bit less funding that they previously had. The problem with this is their private schools have actually increased in population. And being here in New Jersey, I don't know if it's across the entire state, but maybe just in our area here, the public school district will actually provide busing for the private schools. So while their money or their income is going down from the state, their transportation budget is going up, which kind of obviously is going to lead to a deficit. And then last but not least, you're going to have the rising costs. This is your operational expenses. Teacher salaries are going to go up. Healthcare. I mean, I pay my own health insurance being an independent contractor, and it's not a fun one by any means. So transportation, maintenance, faculty maintenance, and then just school supplies, utilities, athletics, all that kind of stuff. So just those costs all rising and they're getting less money has basically led to this massive debt. Based on the budget deficit, how is Jackson School District basically combating what to do with their revenue and the funds? Well, previously, they've actually dealt with a similar issue and almost a similar deficit. They sold off an elementary school to an all-girls Jewish school. And with the growing Orthodox Jewish population in Jackson, this might become a little bit more prevalent because the funds of the transportation funds that we mentioned before are going towards these private schools versus being able to be used for the public school district. So they've done it once with an elementary school that they're selling, and they're possibly going to be closing, or they're definitely closing at least one more, and they're redistricting a high school. The proposed school consolidation is going to go as follows. So you're going to keep all your elementary schools. They're going to be K through 4, and then you're going to have a middle school doing 5th to 6th. Goats Middle School is going to be getting sold off, more likely than not. They said they might rent it, but I think with the budget the way it is in deficit, they're probably going to have to sell it. And then Jackson Memorial, which is previously a high school, is going to turn into a 7th and 8th grade middle school. They're going to send their kids over to Jackson Liberty, which was the other high school and now going to be the only one in Jackson. The entire district is about 9 schools now and houses roughly 7,600 students. So obviously quite a hefty goal. And it also kind of comes into the play that you really can't do this many more times because the size of Jackson alone is a little bit makes this difficult. They're about the 4th largest town in New Jersey, coming in about 100 square miles. So obviously not tiny by any means. So if you consolidate too much, you have kids in all different parts of town. Some will be waking up at like maybe 5 just to get to school on time, when others are going to be at 6 o'clock. It's like who gets to be able to do that? It's just going to cause a lot of strain on basically families and getting kids ready to go to class. So this is a short-term solution and one that has to get addressed pretty quickly. A direct quote from the Jackson Liberty principal goes as followed: "We're prepared to welcome the additional students. Our facilities are equipped to handle the increased enrollment, and we're committed to maintaining the quality of education our community expects." So obviously a pretty positive outlook from the principal over there, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how this one really just shakes out. I'd imagine class sizes are going to increase on an individual or per student basis. It's kind of hard not to when you have such a large influx, I guess, coming in. But overall, would love to hear what you guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. Please keep it clean and respectful. This probably can be a little bit of a hotly debated topic. So overall, just let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you are looking to move to the area, just Central Jersey area in general, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is also down low in the comments and description. So whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year out, doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. And if you're looking to move to a different part of the area or Central Jersey area, check out 2 videos popping up in. Hopefully I'll help out a little bit too. Have a great day.